we've got major construction updates for Halloween Horror Nights here at Universal Studios Hollywood, and there's so much more progress with the landscaping over by Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. As always, we're not going to waste any time. Let's roll it. So first up, we're making our way over to the lookout to check out the landscaping that has made a lot more progress since last week. We have some new things that have popped up, so let's take a look. Well, last week we saw when they were actually planting everything. Now we have mulch that has gone down. It is so wild seeing the drastic difference in the progress of the landscaping alongside the coaster here in literally just 1 week's time. This looks fantastic. Can't wait to see when it's all done. And of course, over the months and years that go by, when everything fully blossoms and grows, it's really going to look very nice on the hillside here. I can't believe 2 years ago, once we first started covering this coaster, this was practically forest. We had nothing but trees, and they were all marked with their X's to indicate all the ones that were getting chopped down in preparation for the building and construction that was going up. And here we are 2 years later with a full-blown coaster that has gone up. It's really been a great journey. So thank you to everyone who has supported this channel. We would not have grown this far if it wasn't for your subscribing and your supporting, your liking, your commenting. So again, thank you so much. The last 2 years have been surreal seeing this coaster come to life. At this moment, we don't have any testing taking place on the coaster. We do have some workers on the track itself. So it looks like they're doing a little bit of work on the track today. But yesterday, the day before, they do have coaster testing taking place periodically. So I'm never usually worried if I don't see the trains on the track. They're just usually tightening stuff up. Again, not much coaster testing taking place today, so we're really going to focus on Halloween Horror Nights. Let's take a look at some of the houses that have gone up, because since last week, there's been a lot more construction. So right here next to Mel's Diner, we have the front facade of the house that comes out really far. And it looks like a multi-level structure, which is really cool. Last week when we were here, it was a little bit more bare bones, but it has really pulled together very quickly. And again, it looks like there are 2 levels to it, which is cool. I don't think that indicates that as guests we'll necessarily be going up and down different levels, but it does make me hopeful. That means there might be some scare actors up top on the second level, or at least something cool, maybe a little bit interactive coming out of these windows here on the second floor of the structure. So looking very good. A lot of speculation online that this will be the location of the Sinner's house, which will be the juke joint from the movie Sinner. Right now, while it doesn't exactly look like the juke joint from the film, again, it is possible maybe they'll have scare actors up top that are either vampires or maybe characters from the movie Sinners. But keep in mind, there has been no official location announcement for the Sinner's house, only the fact that we're getting the juke joint. So that is all speculation for right now. Not 100% sure this is the actual location for it. But regardless of what we're getting here this year, this looks really cool, and obviously very different from the monstrous house that we've gotten over the past 3 years. For now, that pretty much wraps up the bulk of the construction for HHN that takes place on the upper lot. So we're gonna make our way to the studio tour to take a look at some of the houses that we can see from the tour itself, and then make our way over to the Starway where we can see the tops of some of the houses behind Revenge of the Mummy and Transformers. Just wanted to take a moment to say that I am loving this view now. Yes, my heart does ache every now and then for animal actors and the stunt show, but this building they've put up for Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift does look really cool. And the fact that they added these palm trees a couple months ago, it has really come together very nicely.
If you are sitting in a blue seat, okay? A blue seat. Made you look. They're all blue seats except for mine and Garrett's. Oh, feels good. But now, everybody, we have officially left the theme park behind. Welcome to Universal City. You are in a real city dedicated to motion pictures. Universal Studios Hollywood opened its doors to the public on March 15, 1915. So we are over 111 years old, yeah. We look pretty good for our age, don't we? Now, back in the old days, our founder, Carl Laemmle, invited people to come watch silent movies be filmed. Guests can walk from set to set and marvel at the new technologies involved in filmmaking. But with the invention of sound and the need of quiet on the set, the original walking tour ended. And it wasn't until the 60s when an idea of reviving a tour of the studio returned. Now, as we make our way down this hill, we are headed into the front lot. Now, the front lot is where
We're here on the lot where we film the paper, which follows our characters' day-to-day lives as employees of a struggling newspaper, Toledo Truth-Teller.
That's right. Unlike many other TV shows, the paper uses multiple cameras and a variety of shot types and movements to kind of show a true document.
Because the camera is always around.
It's been seen in The Amazing Spider-Man, starring Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, and most recently, Spider-Man Noir, starring Nicolas Cage. Check it out on Amazon Prime. It's awesome. You see all of our Metropolitan sets in Spider-Man Noir, and you can watch it both in black and white, as it's kind of intended to be, or in color. I would say do both. See what happens, see what you notice differently. Now, as we drive on forward here, over on your left-hand side, you're noticing this big wall here, right? Well, this wall, that's actually a sound barrier. It keeps all of the internal sound in and stop. Stop. Stall. Sorry everybody, we're having some physical difficulties. It seems like the button is stuck. That's okay. Oh no. Everybody's down our line. Everyone, roll up your windows. Okay. I was joking with you. I don't control any of those effects. That's the result of thousands of gallons of recycled water being released down the hill. That's going to go right back up the drain pipes for the next tram. You can actually see that flash flood in the film Big Fat Liar starring Paul. Might be sitting here, right, listening to me speak, and if they are here, my name is Joy, please cast me. And everybody, we are heading back to unload, so please give a huge round of applause to our driver, Garrett.
So from the studio tour, we were able to see 3 different HHN houses that have gone up. Again, we do not know exactly what IPs will be coming to which house, but lots of progress has been made so far. So we're making our way to the Starway to take a look at what we can see behind Transformers and Revenge of the Mummy. So we have the house here right behind Revenge of the Mummy. Looks great. Made a lot of progress in the front wall and the very front portion of this facade. Last week they only had up the wooden structure. You can kind of see between this brick detailing they have in front. But like we see with the HHN house over by Mel Steiner, they're moving very, very quickly this year. I'm not quite sure, but let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. However, I feel like this year they're moving way faster than they normally do that we've seen in our coverage over the last couple of years, which no complaints for me. The park is super busy with all the things going up right now. And I know a lot of focus has been on Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. So seeing them put this together in a relatively short amount of time is actually really cool. The house behind Transformers also has made a little bit more progress as well. Some tents that have gone up compared to last week. From this angle, obviously we can't see inside very, very well, but when we were on the studio tour, we got a little bit closer of a front of the house look. And it does look really cool. Whichever IP ends up hitting that particular house, I think we are in for a fun year regardless. Now, the Jurassic Park zone that we had for Fan Fest nights has been completely taken down, and we have a lot of items that were brought over here. It does look like a lot of it is being used for the house that is coming here behind Revenge of the Mummy. But with the quantity of items, it does make me curious if we're going to get some kind of scare zone in this area, or if, again, right now it's just housing a lot of equipment and construction items and maintain its status as the general queue area for the house that we do get in this zone. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. As always, it is such a pleasure covering the progress of the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift Coaster and taking a look at all the progress for Halloween Horror Nights. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.